Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. Welcome one and all to your favorite hour plus in cryptocurrency podcasting, charting, analysis, news, so much more. We're back for another day, guys. It's good to be back. And Bitcoin kind of range bound, seemingly unable to get over the resistance sitting above us at 50K. Seeing a little bit of a pullback today. Same deal with the alts. Alts had a pretty frothy day yesterday. What you'd expect, a little bit of profit taking today. A little bit of a corrective day. But there's still some outlier alt gainers today. Things are still looking up well. Always, we're going to be discussing all the latest price action today. We've got two of our CC analysts here to do all that. Get a word from them, Alex and Jason. Alex, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right. Alex, I think you're on your 5G hotspot today. Your internet's acting up a little bit. If we do have any issues, guys, please bear with us. And Jason, my man, what's going on?
How's it going, everyone?
Yeah, we figured we would give it a shot and see how it went.
All right,
5G.
Indeed, 5G. Indeed. All right. Let me up my audio levels so that they are a little more in line with the two posts here. After yesterday's show, I did make an effort to boost audio levels so you guys wouldn't have to keep your audio jacked for the duration of the show. But yeah, give me feedback if you guys have any at all to state concerning the audio levels. All right, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and kick it off today. Got an hour plus for you in store. We've got a little bit of news to cover before we dive into the bubbles and then give the audience a shout out in the live chat. All right, go ahead and get right into it. Anything else I gotta add? Good. Yeah, D-Live chess comes, say, 2:15, so in about hour 10 minutes from now. And yes, tomorrow, of course, is Wednesday, community mentorship session. At the same time, tomorrow I have a day off, guys, so therefore there likely will be no stream for tomorrow. We will be back on Thursday. So now that that's out of the way and expectations are set for tomorrow, let's go ahead and get into the news. Only got a couple items I'm going to quickly go over here. As always, guys, if you do want to take a deeper look at some of the news that we cover every day, links are going to be in the description below. All right, this first piece comes from U.Today. U.S. regulation unlikely to disrupt Bitcoin's advanced states. Bloomberg's Mike McGlone. Yes, Mike McGlone, one of the top pundits in the space that's partial to cryptocurrency, and he's got an interesting take here. U.S. regulation cannot disrupt Bitcoin's advance. Indeed, it's been one of the big topics we've been covering in recent weeks. In fact, you could call it FUD. It was actually impressive amount of FUD coming from Congress, considering they had the big infrastructure bill that was in some ways unfavorable to us, and despite all that, price just kept marching up anyway. So in this article, McGlone, lead commodity strategist over at Bloomberg, stating that he shared some thoughts on gold USD and Bitcoin, excuse me, and this was done on the anniversary of the Bretton Woods cancellation. Yes, 50 years ago today, August 15th. That was a couple days ago. Richard Nixon untied the USD from gold. He put an end to the Bretton Woods system launched all the way back in 1944. Sorry, Alex, you were going to say something?
No, I was going to say, so I can't believe that people weren't up in arms when that happened. Like,
I know. Plus gold confiscation. That was wild.
Like, now you just get to print as much money as you want to keep funding this Vietnam War. Like, it's just nuts.
They shifted things over to this petrodollar system, and that's what we've been on ever since. Let's continue here. But U.S. regulation cannot disrupt Bitcoin's advance. Bloomberg's this Bloomberg advisor reckons that the digitization of money in the financial overall system is rapidly and organically growing. USD continues to dominate, and Bitcoin's gradually replacing gold. According to McGlone, current and future U.S. crypto regulation is likely to enable prevent Bitcoin adoption and usage from spreading widely. Takeaway from the realignment conference that took place also on the 15th, dedicated to the Bretton Woods anniversary. Yeah, I mean, I have to largely agree with this for now. It seems like despite even all the swirling FUD in there, regulation hasn't really dented Bitcoin as of yet. And if anything,
yeah, they haven't really
pulled the trigger.
Any
it's
regulations
true.
Yet.
It's true,
Yeah.
but I still feel
a lot of so far.
True, but I still feel like largely the takeaway is a positive one. That regulation will be a positive development in the space, and once the the regulatory landscape does get cleaned up a bit, once things are a little more clear, it could actually be largely positive for us. It can actually open the floodgates of investment. Once we get like the full embrace of the regulators and the government, I guess that's the idea. So it's not always a bad thing to embrace a little bit of regulation. McGlone obviously also thinks $100,000 for scenario for Bitcoin is still in the cards. Will we $100,000 Bitcoin this year? I certainly hope so. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this one. Elon Musk's touted Dogecoin rejected by the Bitstamp boss. All right, Bitstamp, it's pretty much an OG exchange. Probably not the biggest name any longer, but certainly OG status among centralized exchanges. And there's Julian Sawyer is not buying into the Dogecoin hype. He's the head of the oldest cryptocurrency exchange, and he told Financial News that adding the meme coin would run counter to the trading platform's rigorous listing policy, prioritizes quality over quantity. Not a race to quantity, he said. This is a race to quality. And he also spoke even on Tesla CEO Elon Musk causing the Dogecoin price swings with his tweets. Sawyer said this type of market manipulation is not right, stressing the importance of customer protection. The issue is that if you go to some that are hyped up by a billionaire's tweet or crashes on a billionaire's tweet, we don't think that's right. All right, so Sawyer here over from Bitstamp taking shots at Elon and Dogecoin. That there's at least some industry players that aren't completely enamored with Dogecoin, aren't just out for the Dogecoin money grab. Bitstamp not one to likely list Doge anytime soon. But how long can you sleep on the top dog among alt memes, crypto memes? That is the question. Well, there you go, guys. Don't expect to see Dogecoin over at Bitstamp anytime soon. All right, let's have a look here. U.S. Congress members are urging the SEC and the CFTC to start dialogue with crypto market participants. Indeed, this is kind of following up on what we just talked about 2 stories ago. 2 congressmen have sent a letter to the SEC and CFTC calling for the creation of a joint work group to lead an active dialogue with crypto market players. Congressman Glenn G.T. Thompson has taken to Twitter to share that he and Congressman Patrick McHenry have sent a letter to the SEC and the CFTC to urge them to start a constructive dialogue with nascent cryptocurrency industry rather than stifle it with heavy regulation. The letter addresses SEC Chairman Gary Gensler and the acting chairman of CFTC, Rostin Behem. They are urged to set up a joint working group on digital assets. Yeah, the Twitter post. Yes, the Twitter post. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, guys, haven't had my coffee just yet, and I was up all night buying NFTs. I'm a little burned out.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Stop regulating the innovation out of the U.S. Will the regulators be moved by such a letter? We'll see. But yes, like I'm not the only one.
Is it true that innovation has been regulated out of the U.S. thus far?
Huh.
I mean, U.S. has a lot of regulations, and the tech industry is still pretty big here. Now, it is true that a lot of crypto people that I have talked to have suggested that, oh yeah, crypto would just up and move to another country if U.S. regulations just became too stifling. But I mean, really, where? And will that plan work if every country has regulations as stifling, or if they, interact some sort of international regulations like they did with the G7 recently did with and discussed doing with corporate taxation?
Yeah, you're certainly right. There might be nowhere to flee, and yeah, I mean, if history demonstrates anything, that yeah, not America, despite all the regulatory hurdles, still seems to be the innovation hub, especially when it comes to tech companies. So you're definitely not wrong there, Alex. With that said, anybody advocating for our industry and keeping the regulators off our backs certainly has my vote. Thank you, Glenn G.T. Thompson, for
yeah. I definitely think clarity in regulations would be good, and I don't know if more regulations at all would be bad or good. I mean, maybe it could be a good thing depending on the regulations. Although, I mean, let's face it, history has shown it's probably going to be stuff that stifles competition more than helps it.
Still, there's definitely budding tech incubators seemingly all around the world, and so hard to say. Maybe, I mean, I'm not a hardcore tech industry expert. Maybe you'd get a different take from somebody from Silicon Valley, like a hiring an HR person from some big tech company. Maybe you have an insider's view on this topic. Is there indeed any kind of flight to foreign countries for development, for brain capital in this space? That's a good question. I do think that some of it is probably fleeing. There is probably some innovation zones outside of the U.S. for sure, but indeed, U.S. Still probably a base of operations that a lot of developers, a lot of people want to have. Yes, there's other places to be,
I think a lot of the Polkadot team is based out of Berlin. Maybe.
I get that feeling too. Does seem to have a bit of a German swing to things over there in that ecosystem, but let's go ahead.
Yeah, it's the Polkadot, German engineering. That's how you trust it, guys.
Polkadot, yeah.
Let's look at this piece from Decrypt. Another update to the saga over at Poly, the Poly Finance, their huge hack. I think this is a development, further development in that. Actually, sorry, this would be this article. I'm getting a little too fired up myself. Poly Network offers to onboard Mr. White Hat as chief security advisor. Poly Network has no intention of holding Mr. White Hat legally responsible for that giant record-setting hack.
Called it.
And yeah, now they're bringing him into the fold. Decentralized finance protocol. Poly Network has offered
a weird turn of events.
That's what I said would happen. I was like, this sounds like this guy's got a job.
Hey,
like,
he's already proven himself trustworthy, right? I mean, in a sense.
Exactly.
He stole your shit, but then he gave it right back.
The whole thing.
So
It's a big high five and a pay bump.
yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, he might in fact have proven himself as a legit white hacker. But let's have a look here. They're offering the person behind the $610 million hack an advisory position and $500,000, whether they like it or not. In a Tuesday update, the Poly Network team said, in a seeming attempt to gain access to the hacker's expertise, be inviting them to the position of chief security advisor. In addition, the project would be sending them a $500,000 bounty. Yeah, I mean, this is you know, maybe lock in the genius while you still can. Maybe add something to the team. He certainly could be a viable one.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to call them white hats anymore.
Right.
I'm just messing with you, Jack.
No, I know. Although I have heard of that. Trust me, I have seen the memos floating around in Silicon Valley. Indeed, that this is one of the terms that's considered non grata. But despite that, they have previously refused any payment. Said the hacker. Poly Network has no intention of holding Mr. White Hat legally responsible. We're confident Mr. White Hat will promptly return full control of the assets to Poly Network and its users. We have stated in previous announcements and encrypted messages that have been made public, we are grateful Mr. White Hat's outstanding contribution to Poly Network's security enhancement. Thank you for your big contribution. You only drained $600 million out of the pool at some point. Probably gave every participant in the network a heart attack. But hey, you did a great job. Thank you for your expertise, Mr. White Hat. All right. Well, it goes to show you guys, you can leave your mark in this space in a variety of ways. You can push your resume to the top of the stack over at many crypto startups. Yes, it's highly unconventional. It's like that one skit where the guy goes into the bank trying to rob it and then says, "Nah, give me a job, give me a resume." You know what I'm talking about? It's like an older comedy skit. He ends up working at the bank that he tries to rob. Makes me think of that, but I digress. Let's go ahead and get to the final story, and we're going to get the show kicked off into the next segment. UK police to return Ethereum stolen in a $22 million investment scam. Wow, there really some kind of rug pull that has a happy ending. Greater Manchester police recovered over $22 million in stolen crypto from scammers, including over $9 million on a single encrypted USB drive. Scammers tricked people into investing what they thought was Binance Smart Chain services, and Manchester police found the scammers holding USB sticks containing millions of dollars of Ethereum. The UK police force is looking to return $22 million, roughly US, of a big theft from illicit operations. Let's see here. They retrieved the cryptocurrency after smashing an online scam. Press release of the force says the scam saw victims from the UK, US, Europe, China, Australia, Hong Kong duped into depositing money into an online savings and trading service that purportedly was built on the Binance Smart Chain. That the scammers waited until a significant amount of money had been deposited before diverting. Classic, right? The rug had to be made before it got pulled. Yeah. Deposited before diverting the funds into their own crypto wallets and shutting it down. Yeah, they shut the website down and off with the money to go. Rug pulled. After receiving the intelligence that the perpetrators of the scheme had been living in Manchester, police arrested a 23-year-old male, a 25-year-old female for fraud and money laundering offenses. The pair have since been released and are under investigation. Police were also able to track down 90% of the crypto stolen, with one encrypted USB stick containing over 9 million in Ethereum and a cryptographic safety deposit box containing another $12 million. The police did not specify whether the deposit box contained Ethereum, other crypto, and they asked anyone who believes that...
How did they get into it? Did they give up their private keys?
I think they must have, yeah. It's that or...
Yeah, they should have gone boating.
Indeed. Could have had it boated and accidented, yes. Yeah, you know, who knows? Sometimes, you know, people aren't expecting the police to kick in your door, right? So you might have the device unlocked and attached to your computer when they raid your shit, and then right away they know what to do. Alternatively, people are dumb. They're not good at storing their passwords. So even if you encrypted the USB drive, okay, you wrote the password on a sticky note and you stuck it to the side of your computer. Well, when the feds kick in your door, you know, their forensics team is going to sniff out your hidden key somewhere in your apartment, most likely. So maybe that's how it happened. This is all speculation, guys. But still, have you ever been rug pulled? This is certainly justice served, I certainly hope. And if any of these funds make their way back to their proper owners, yeah, might very well be a happy ending to this debacle. This is one rug pull Manchester police have managed to root out. So there you go. Some things are right in this world after all. Let's go ahead and hop into the live chat. Who's kicking it with us this day afternoon? Ron Legato first in the chat. Shout outs to Ron Legato. Franklin MC, market's so hot, no one's here. No, you were just here a little early in the chat, Franklin MC. Hello and good evening all. Alex1233. Taz Blitz is with us. Good day, all. Good day to you. We have, let's see here. Ask about my wiener dog on DLive. Hey, guys. Shout outs to you, Mr. Wiener. I see your request for ICX. Stand by. David Rice. It's a lovely day. What up, all? It is a lovely day. What up to Mr. Rice? Blackbird 987. You're back. What's up, buddy? Hi, guys. It's raining. I'm alone. And dinner time. Perfect for a stream. Well, Mr. Blackbird, I'm guessing you're somewhere over in the UK. It certainly is that hour. Bon appetit, my man, and do enjoy the stream. Excuse me, Polly.
Dinner with you.
Right, Polly B. Hey, no folks. Oh, hey ho, folks. Sorry. Dave Rice, hit the button. It's yeah, that's the one. Yes, indeed, that is the button. Hit that like button. Thanks, guys. B-Flow, hola to B-Flow. Philly Carr joins us on YouTube. Says I got wrecked today in commodities because I'm an idiot. Palladium, copper, wheat. Oh boy. Philly Carr got smoked. Did you not watch our coverage? Yeah. We're going to look at commodities in a few minutes. I'll see if we can sniff out what might have went wrong with palladium, copper, or wheat. B-Flow, regular people don't have access to invest in the same tech boom. Indeed, and I feel as the regulation comes down, it's going to make it even more inaccessible. But, hey, plaything of the rich, I can live with that. I've locked in my funds. They are in cold storage. I am ready for that next era in crypto, even if it's not entirely fair to the wider market. David Rice, just a bad day, Philly. You can make it. You're not an idiot. Well, I beg to differ, but thank you for your words of support, David Rice, for Philly Carr on a day like this. Profit Bear on YouTube. What's up, y'all? Shoutouts. What's that?
Did you just call him an idiot?
I was just taking a light jab. Let's see here. Profit Bear's with us. Turbo 96 staying on Twitch. Says not working on YouTube. I might have broke the YouTube stream at some point, but guys, please tell me it's back. It should be working. Thank you. Shout out to Turbo 96 staying. David Rice, tomorrow you'll get it back. Indeed. Philly writes, no, I traded like an idiot thinking I could bottom feed trades. Oh no, good effort. On the Manchester Police, though, they do a great job. Okay, Philly. Well,
no, Philly, bottom feeder is definitely not for the commodities markets.
I mean, I'm not sure if he means he was using the bottom feeder signal specifically, or he was just bottom feeding. But rest in peace, Philly Carr. F in the chat for Philly. Bricks on DLive posts a lemon. Thank you, Mr. Bricks. Bricks says they said it was an encrypted drive. Yeah, but encryption's only as strong as the key and where you place it, right? David Rice. Okay. Bricks.
Shouldn't they use Hunter 2 as your password?
Yes, Bricks also suspects that they had a password written down somewhere. Indeed. Dogs ate the password and it's gone. Let's see here. Dog ate my homework, of course. Any word. Solana took another bump up after yesterday's show. Yeah, I mean, Solana was a big runner. We'll check in on that in a little bit. Mike Maker, I am England. Yes, we are all England indeed. DeFi Jesus is with us. Multivac will be successful chain, just like Elrod, but cheap. Okay. DeFi Jesus, thank you for coming through. The Messiah has risen and he's shilling the next I play, one I've never heard of on top of that. Actually, maybe I have heard of him back. Nonetheless, DeFi Jesus, please enjoy your stay here on this mortal plane. Kicking it with the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Bali B on DLive requesting one chain. All right, hang tight, Polly. I get that on the board. Let's do it. Billy says it's okay, Jack. Take it on the chin. Thank you. I meant it all in jest anyway. Yes, the F in the chats are rolling out indeed. And ask about my wiener dog says, thank God we have in here. Yes, Jesus. Well, we might need a miracle on a day like this. When are we going to get over 50K?
DeFi Jesus.
DeFi Jesus. That's true. DeFi Jesus. There you go. Oh boy. All right, guys. I am ready. I'm going to kick off the next segment of the show. TA comes your way right now. Alex, don't mind going live. Get right into it.
All right, guys. We're gonna give this a shot. I have yet to try streaming the show from T-Mobile's 5G hotspot, whatever. This was sort of the best that I could do because no one runs fiber to this building, and Liberty, Puerto Rico really, really sucks, and I hate them. And I could go on for an hour about how much I hate them, but I won't do that to you.
All right, well, we're going to have to bear with Alex today. We'll see. I mean, at the moment, Alex, it looks like it's running smoothly. Your 5G hotspot seems to work completely fine for streaming, but I'll keep an eye on it. And same goes for the chat, guys. If any hiccups with Alex's video feed, do let me know. This is experimental today. With that said, Alex, you got control. I'm going to head over to the live chat and start doing my work. Be back.
Okay. Well, notably, one thing that's changed since yesterday is that we had a 3-day candle close, which gave us an exit signal on Fisher Transform, our oscillator. And we are getting this in an area of kind of heavy resistance. I think we have this area marked out as resistance on a few different charts here. CME chart. Come on, buddy.
All right.
Ooh, there we go.
Yep, you're back.
I got more drawings than this. There we go. Internet's back up.
Yeah, I think it was consuming your bandwidth as it was trying to load the chart, but yeah, you're mostly back up. Ask about my wiener on DLive writes,
Right.
didn't know you were in Puerto Rico, Alex. Act 20, I assume. What does he mean by Act 20?
Yeah, so we're right at resistance. On the CME chart, we see these 2 wicks. That's the special tax dispensation thing that I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Hello?
Yeah, all good. Just a little bit of a
You
lag.
still with me? All right.
Yeah, we are. Just a little bit of a delay between the two of us. All good. Keep going.
Yeah, at this time, when I look at this chart, this looks like a rejection here. I see a couple areas of interest. Some nice lower time frame volume in this area. Oh. That kind of movement.
And I think we're Alex a little bit. He's a little choppy today.
And then I think I want to see at least a retest of 34.
Unfortunately, video's eating up all his bandwidth.
5.
This is brutal.
Very strong support here, here, here. Resistance here, here, here. We gap up. What do you want to do? You want me to have Jason?
Potentially, yes. I'm just trying to see if there's some ways we can preserve a little more bandwidth. Make sure you have no Twitch, no other video running. I know you said you did
I'm
that.
back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're certainly back.
Yep.
Yeah, you're kind of just lacking bandwidth when you have the video stream running. Your audio's chopping up when you dropped your video stream. Your audio came back. Anything you can do to preserve bandwidth? I know you said you already turned off your Twitch, but if there's any other streaming running in the background, make sure you close that, and maybe try launching your video stream with reduced quality when it shows you like the quality prompt.
Let's give that a shot.
Yeah, maybe reduce it to 15 frames and lower quality. I apologize, guys. Do bear with us today.
No problem. We're going down to 30. I was at 60. We're going down to 30.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, that's way better.
Significantly.
It's better, guys? You like that for now?
It's way better. You're crisp as hell now.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Let's continue. So, looking on the CME chart, as you can see, we're just about to break below the uptrend. We have an exit signal on our oscillator. Appear to have a rejection from this resistance area that we had previously marked out. And we have this break of trend on multiple different charts. You'll see we're also in the process of breaking trend here on the XBT BitMEX chart. Very close right now.
With it.
With the lower highs that we're producing on the 4-hour, lower high, I really do feel that we've rejected from 46, 47 here. We're gonna get some sort of pullback in this spot. Now, I'm not sure what it is going to look like.
I think it's most likely to the top of that trend around that. Let's see here.
What are you thinking? 40,000?
Yeah, I think somewhere in that 42,000 range.
Yeah. Okay. 42, 40,000. Yeah, I can see that. We've got some very nice volume down here.
Yeah. The 4-hour is definitely looking weak.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I see more volume above us that I'd like to see us peg right around 50,000, but we also look really weak here. So for that reason, I'm looking for something like this, where we break down a little bit, we retest 40, 42, and then we launch towards 50. People get real excited. And then that gets faded. We get faded at resistance, and we fall back down towards 35. That's
yep.
I think that's what the market wants here. And then that would also give us a chance to retest our longer term moving averages from above, right? Here you see on the 3-day, we crossed all the way back above our moving average. This gives us a chance to come back down and retest it from above, right here at 35. Also give us a rejection from our weekly long-term moving average right here, you see? So weekly trend, still not there yet. 3-day trend, looking for a pullback towards support. Let's look at Ethereum.
Finally breaking trend.
Yep, slightly better, but ultimately this looks like a broken trend. You're right.
Finally going sideways through it.
So we had been eyeing this resistance level / area of liquidity since May, basically. So you can see we bounced up here, and I thought we could just push up and retest this area before falling down here, and that's actually not what happened. We never made it back above 2,800. We rejected a couple times and then just descended right down below 2,000. So having pushed back up towards this area and breaking below our trend, I think it would give us we're all clear to kind of pull back towards $2,100 in this spot. I think I think I have it marked out here. So this strong area of support, 2,100. See resistance, support, 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 support. Boom. We get a little bit of resistance in the spot. We try and break down, just power right through it.
Like a perfect W.
So, yeah, I think it makes sense to look for 2,100. And then I will admit there's also some interesting looking volume up here at 2,750. Which is kind of a weekly support resistance level right here. Zoom out just a little bit. As you can see, so far we're still holding our weekly parabolic trend. And, you know, there's some concern, I think, that this is a long-term topping pattern right here. If so, then we would be looking at a pullback towards $1,000. Okay, let's look at alts in general. All right, Bitcoin dominance continues to take a crap here. This is what we've been expecting ever since we had the breakdown of this this ascending wedge here. At this time, I think it makes sense to continue looking for Bitcoin to lose value against alts in this spot. Let's see which alts are strongest. Uniswap perp is kind of carving through the resistance area that we have marked out here. If we can turn this area from resistance into support, maybe we can just catapult upwards here. Maybe we don't need to have a full pullback. But if the market does pull back, we're looking towards this area again, just like we are on Ethereum. It's very similar. So let's see, Uniswap perp. Look at this right here. Forget, what are we looking for on Ethereum? This area right here, right? Dragon perp hanging out at the top of the trading range, just shy of the resistance level I had marked out for our semi-target. We have an exit signal. We're at resistance. There's not much I really want to do at this spot other than take profit and sit on my hands, really. We could push a little bit higher, but I'm not really interested in betting on that. Just like for Ethereum, I'm looking for a pullback towards this general support area, and then we'll see what happens there. If we get a bounce, or if the floor falls out from beneath us. DeFi perp pushing up into resistance here. Right now, we don't have any kind of exit signal. We can kind of afford to hold on to DeFi a little bit stronger than maybe some of our other alt baskets. But once again, if the market pulls back here, especially Bitcoin, everything will go with it. We would be targeting this area. Privacy perp kind of wicks up into our target. Well, there we go. Kind of wicks up here into our target area. This is generally the top of the trading range. Here, here, fake out. Push up twice, get this rejection. There we go. You'd probably wait for the break of the uptrend, but we really are almost there. This is rough looking for privacy perp. Exchange perp even rougher in this spot. Right at our resistance, we got marked out here. Does kind of feel like we're just dumping volume up in this area, right? Get a reversal, come back down. Let's look for the point of control right here. Yeah, that'll do. This trade kind of killed it. We're right at our target. Just starting to break below the trend. We got an exit signal. Why not take some profits here, right?
Yep.
Mid cap, we have actually not quite swung as high as I've been expecting.
Yet.
We got support right below us. I really feel like this could push a little bit higher on mid cap.
I do too. So close. Need one more push.
Yep. We're looking for this area for that, where the whales in the market score their shorts. Here is where they're just taking profits on longs. Shorts come up here, market dumps. All right, so would you consider today to be an up day or a down day in crypto? This is not rhetorical.
Kind of a sideways-ish day, maybe, but let's say down day, a minor.
More negatives than positive, but
You're
yeah.
saying down? Okay. All right, well,
Yep.
Crypto market's down, usually dollar up, right? Let's see if that holds today.
Dixie.
Womp womp. That
Update.
is super fucking bad.
Yeah, that's a big old up candle out of the Dixie.
Buy that for $1.
And that looks like continuation.
Yeah, you'll buy that dollar for $1, buddy. On the weekly, oh no.
Oh god.
Well, I mean, this is real bad for us.
Yep.
If the dollar breaks out here, we could be in for that big pullback you're looking for on crypto and everything. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Australian dollar, British pound, Canadian dollar, euro, just breaking from resistance, yen, Swissy. Okay, well, dollar up, markets must have tanked today. This must have taken a huge crap. Let's take a look. Oh no.
Those bearish divergences finally playing out.
Wouldn't that be just a kick in the pants? You know, that's the same thing Bitcoin did. It was bearish for 3 months and then finally had to throw in the towel. Okay, we're making new highs. Guess I was wrong. And then slap. Markets take it to the face. This is a very bad looking candle today. We break back below resistance. We're already almost below our moving average. Time transformation crossed under.
If you invert that, you could almost say it looks like a spring.
Yeah, well, this would be an upthrust above distribution. With signs of weakness here, upthrust above distribution, blah blah blah. For those of you who are maybe new to our show and don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about looking at this from a Wyckoffean accumulation distribution perspective. So
You should just have that favorited.
yeah. Get out of here. I want fucking Yahoo Finance. Now. Why? Got a better place to find this image. There we go.
Composite man.
Oh, so this is simply what a Wyckoffean cycle is like. The price goes down. When price is really down, this is a good place to buy. This is where institutions do their buying. Then once the supply is all bought up, retail is pushed out, market takes off with the fewest number of hands, there's markup. This is where the selling is done by institutions. This is where retail has the most interest. Institutions sell to retail, blah, blah, blah. Markdown occurs. So this Wyckoffean distribution pattern. So let's see here. Kinda eerie, huh? So we have up here the buying climax. But then, so retail is so into the buying climax. They love it. They're buying into this. But then the market just breaks down and shows all this weakness. There's a sign of weakness, right? Why? If the market is strong, why are there these signs of weakness in the market? Get the secondary test towards resistance. And we're still unable to make it above here. Boom, sellers step in even harder. Push. That's that sign of weakness. From there, we get an upthrust. Early shorters, sorry. Forget about you. And we push even higher. We get an upthrust above the distribution. So this is the entire distribution. We push above that area. This is a bull trap. This is one last location where everybody's like, okay, you know, bearishness over. That's what happened to me, right? We were looking at this. We thought, okay, it looks as if we've turned resistance into support. Price is taking off here. This is an area that you long. However, it's immediately faded. We break back here. And then we get what's it? Let's see, point of supply. I can't quite remember that. LPSY. Last point of supply. Last point of supply. Sorry. And at the last points of supply, you guys may recognize some of this from Bitcoin charts from earlier this year. Anyway, something to consider. This is what Jason brought to our attention. This area looks like it was just kind of an upthrust above the distribution. We'll see. We'll keep our eyes on this.
Would make sense.
NASDAQ really shit the bed. This one we've been kind of expecting. The NASDAQ has been showing weakness for a couple months now. Hasn't really been able to make new highs. Finally made a lower high. And then boom, now we get to step in. So I would say this is the place where you can fire some missiles. Perfect opportunity to put on the shorts. Get a gap down here. These are all trapped buyers. This is heavy, heavy, heavy resistance now. It's possible we could push up and wake up into this area. I would view that as a shorting opportunity on the NASDAQ. Definitely taking this down to 354 at least. And that's if the market's really strong. Are we going to see a pullback like that? If the market is not really strong, we're looking for a pullback towards 338. And we could very well get it. I mean, look how overextended we are, folks.
Be surprising to see a return to mean.
Buy, finally. We finally getting some sort of yes. Finally getting a weekly exit signal on SPY, which has just continued to not really wander upwards, but to me this has been kind of bearish. Even though we've pushed up here maybe 3 or 4%, which is not nothing on the SPY. This is not quite a short signal for us. We're just breaking below our long-term moving average. We do have an exit signal here on time transformation, but it's not below 0. Our momentum indicator's not there yet. So the S&P is just not ready for we don't have full confirmation yet, but with how the Dow and the NASDAQ look, I can't imagine that the S&P is going to hold up very well here. Let's look at the Russell. The Russell has been threatening to break down. With the rest of the market down, this has got to be going right now.
What? Oh.
Timing is a little off here, but man, oh man, this really looks like it's going to complete. Pretty rough looking.
Giving it all back.
All right, let us briefly look at world markets, and then we'll do chart requests.
Do it. Yeah, we're about 3 minutes to the top of the hour, so let's do a very brief visit.
Oh man,
A minute.
Australia's fucking off the cliff and under resistance / support. Yeah, we got the break of trend yesterday, and if you did not immediately take that a signal, that was it. China retesting support. Not really a surprise. This is an area of high liquidity. This is the area of the previous all-time high. France, really overbought. Getting an exit signal here, I would be willing to take that. Hong Kong, rejection from resistance. The UK, this is probably getting faded. We were discussing this yesterday, how the moment we made it, immediately the moment we made a new high, it got faded. What are you going to do? India finally giving us an exit signal. Thought this was the area to short from. Is this the area to short from? I really, at this point, not willing to short anywhere above this area. We got to go all the way back below here, and then I'll consider it. Japan, below support. Pull the trigger. That's done. It's cooked. Pick another idiom for dying. This thing is done. So, yep, you can see here on the weekly. You got support here, a little support here. Boom, 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 boom. Like you dropped a marble from a height. It's just there's just no more momentum on it, right? Here we finally break below support. Get the rest of this measured move down to 26.4 that we've been kind of eyeing since March. Netherlands had been the strongest out of basically out of all the world economies. This broke out first. We did get this full measured move here. Well, basically the whole full measured move. But now we've got broken trend. I'd be looking to get out. Singapore, I'd be looking to get out. Taiwan, you guys already know. We pulled the trigger way back here. Still rough looking. Every time I just want to look at it again. It's just so bad looking. Oh man. All right, okay, that's enough. Let's do chart requests.
All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. Requests coming your way right now. Clock on the dot. Perfect time. Shout out to host Alves who just live chat. Ainsley and Hell.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Alex.
Am I not coming through?
I can hear it.
Okay, cool. Alex, I'm still here. Trust me. Hopefully you hear me. Hopefully Alex didn't just fall off the internet. Let's put the first request up on the board. Fingers crossed Alex still with us and he didn't just drop out. Let's look. Bear with me.
See his screen.
Yep, I see his screen too. Hopefully everything's okay.
My screen is frozen. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me.
My screen's frozen. Hey, there it goes. My screen was frozen.
Okay. No biggie, my man. Let's go ahead and put the first request up on the board. Hopefully, you can hear us clearly. Let's do it. All right. Yep. This first one comes from Ask About My Wiener Dog on DLive. ICX move above $1.40? Question mark. All right. So ICX. I'm not sure what you mean by move above $1.40. Let's look at the chart first.
I don't see a move up above $1.40 at this time. $1.40 was the resistance level we were eyeing, right? I think you're smartly asking, is there a chance of us breaking above resistance? At this time, I don't see any good reason to expect it. There's a reason to expect it. There's some interesting volume up here, above this trading range. Do we even really have a break of trend yet? Let's try linear here. Yeah, this looks like a linear trend. On the one hand, I don't see any particular reason to oops. Wait, no, I don't want that either. There we go. I don't see any reason to dump your position yet. We don't have a daily exit signal. We haven't broken the trend. But on the other hand, I also think we're likely to get a pullback towards $1 before we push for $1.40. So if you're happy with your position, you could probably hold on to it relatively safely. But if this is something that you grabbed relatively recently, then you may just want to take profits in this area right here and then just snag it on a pullback if you can. What's next?
Right, well, there is a look at ICX for our boy Wiener Dog in the DLive chat. Thank you very much for that one. Go ahead and get into the next request. Right, I see a few more coming in, including from GT Jack. Hang tight, guys. I'm going to add them to the line. In the meantime, let's introduce the next request. Ollie B writes, request Wan Chain. Any chance of a rally after this pullback? Question.
Okay. So you are wisely anticipating a pullback in this spot, and you want to know, are we going to keep going? I think this is actually a really bullish looking chart to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's completed
We pulled
yet.
all the way back towards previous resistance. We even pulled back underneath my buy area, which you guys know. My buy areas have actually been kind of on point. So this is like an even deeper pullback than we had been expecting. I want to take Wan Chain to at least $1.10. So I think buying it on a pullback makes a lot of sense. Where would we be looking for a pullback? I like 75 cents here. This is it's a nice psychological resistance support level. But you can also see it's been support, resistance right here. A little bit of resistance. Let's eye this area again for support. Price kind of like 75 cents for Wan Chain. Let's look at that historical data and expect it to happen again.
Nice baseline bounce. I mean, that seems likely.
Yeah, that would also give us a kind of a moving average touch and then continuation, which is also something that's nice to look for at times. Okay. Also, let's look at the Bitcoin pairing. So it does not profit us to take an alt if Bitcoin is going to do better. In my eyes, I would be looking for a movement towards this resistance and support area. Maybe a rejection, then maybe not. But you can see this area is the local market point of control right up here. And the spot has previously been support, resistance, support, resistance. Let's expect another retest of this area above us as resistance. And then, of course, this entire area looks an awful lot like a Wyckoffean accumulation pattern, doesn't it? And if so, then we could really see Wan Chain take off against Bitcoin in the spot. In fact, we would consider this area to be like almost an ideal spot for buying Wan Chain, right? This is kind of a low risk entry area, right? So we enter here, and this would be presuming this is the spring, and we're not going any lower here. So you're buying in this area. We sort of like, okay, we fall below this, we get out, and then maybe because this is another like 50% drop right here. It's very volatile. So yeah, so we'd get out here and then look to enter lower if we still really believed in Wan Chain. Although you know me, I'm not much of a believer in any of these things. But okay, on higher time frames, I think Wan Chain could make sense here. Wan Chain USD looks good. It could be worth a punt on the pullback. What's next?
All right, big shout outs to Polly B for a look at Wan Chain. Hopefully that hit the spot. Let's go look at the next quest. FYI, DLive Ians. That chest comes your way in about 8 minutes. Stand by. Dave Rice, USD. Those.
All right, we actually have Tezos long on that we have active here.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah. Well, I hate to do it, but we'll probably be closing it today. We are getting an exit signal and a bearish divergence. So you see we've got a higher high on price, a lower high on our oscillator. It's not great. And we do have a cross under, also not great. Again, I think we're just looking for a pullback towards support here. And then a movement up towards further resistance. I'm a hard time sussing out here where price is going to want to go to. We do see the top of the trading range, of course, has good volume. I know, I feel like I know that we will see $4.50 here before we get any kind of true rejection. I still think we're getting a pullback. But there's also interesting volume up here at 550, which is the resistance of this previous trading range right here. See resistance right here. Some support, resistance. This is also an interesting level. Yeah, I think 450 is kind of like pre-programmed in, and then we'll see about anything higher than that. What's next?
All right, big shout outs to Dave Rice for the Tezos request. The next one is Boris Bitcoin. He writes, Happy Tuesday, requesting Ren and EGLD.
Ren. So I happen to know Ren is one of the few coins that is like really up today. Wow, that's kind of really nice looking, isn't it?
Blew right through that.
I'm a little bit concerned that we're right near one of the areas that I would be targeting. I mean, I do see that this is a continuation signal. We are crossing back. It's kind of flimsy. All right. What's next? It was Ren and what?
All right. Sorry. Ren, and the other half of Boris Bitcoin's request was EGLD.
You're looking at a trade at EGLD on Coinbase. Oh, and it wouldn't have worked.
I really don't like how we've essentially just kind of pushed up into my resistance level here. But this is kind of a nice continuation signal. Our oscillator pulls way back, and then it's like, maybe we can go back up. All right, so what if? All right, what if this is resistance, we break above it, we're now back in this previous trading range, and this is all on the table, right? Well, if this is all back on the table, then this is our new resistance level that we're eyeing, right? $200. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. I'd be interested in seeing how the day closes. On lower time frames, I could see us turning this resistance into support. I think I'm tentatively bullish on it. What's next?
All right, guys, let's get into the next request. We're just a couple minutes to go. Yeah, we're about a minute and a half to go for the chest opening. I will open the chest after we fulfill this next request. Get your lemons in now. Chest opening comes your way in just a couple of minutes. PDD63 is next on the request line, requesting UMA.
Okay. I think I'm going to pull out ChartX for this one. We've got the most data there. Ooh. Wasn't bad looking on the daily, was it? I bet you could take UMA to at least 16 bucks here. So basically, here's our previous trading range. Resistance, boom, boom, boom. Break up into this range for sure. So this is cool. We're good till like 1650. Yeah, I like UMA in this spot. We kind of pulled all the way back towards our previous consolidation area and retested it as support, took back off on pretty high weekly volume, or pretty high weekly momentum. Broken downtrend. Yeah, at very least, you're good to take it towards 1650, but I think you might be able to take it even further. We'll see. What's next?
Right, next up is going to be the opening of the chest, guys. Get ready. That distribution comes your way in. Ah, god damn it. Well,
No.
yeah, I accidentally forgot to drop the lemons in there again. I was actually trying to click the lemon. Well, no big deal. We have 10 minutes. Your best bet, guys, is to not claim the distribution right now in front of you. Wait for the big distribution coming your way in just another 10 minutes. We'll round out the show with the DLive chest opening. Sorry about this, guys. Managed to misfire the chest once again. Not on my A game. Let's go ahead and get into the next request. Like I said, just wait. I'll open the chest in another 10 minutes time. Next one up is Dot. Toes in the sand on DLive. .USDT. Thank you.
Well, we're almost to the resistance level that we've been eyeing, right? So we've had our eyes on this resistance and support level actually since April. I had this marked out as an inverse head and shoulders since we landed down here. We were looking at a previous resistance up in the $35 range as our probable right shoulder. We did kind of form that, and then with actually a bit of an overextension, and then we went to hell. I would just kind of stick with my dot long here until you manage to peg $29 or $30. We could still do it. We haven't broken a downtrend, or excuse me, we haven't broken the uptrend yet. We don't have any kind of exit signal. I say just hold on. I'd definitely be looking to take profits as we start to head into 30. And look for a pullback towards $15, $20. What's next?
All right, there was a look at Dot for Toes in the Sand. PDD63 says, appreciate the analysis. Very fair concerning your look at UMA. Thank you for that one. Very quick shout out to Franklin MC. I looked over at my DLive control panel and you donated over 300 lemons today alone. You're definitely leading the lemon giveaway leaderboard today. The only thing I can't figure out is where did you donate 300 plus lemons? Usually that means you dropped a diamond. I scrolled up. I can't find your diamond. Franklin MC, thank you so much for over 300 lemons donated today. Again, I don't see any super chats, so if I did miss them, my apologies, but once again, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next request. It's O-Beam on DLive. He's requesting EOS.
Okay. I don't really have much to say new since yesterday. I feel like I went into EOS really in depth yesterday, and so I don't really have much to add today. We're just kind of hanging around previous resistance level. I think we'll get a pullback here and then a continuation. We may already get a continuation here. Right now, we just kind of pulled back towards our local point of control. And the lower time frames are already kind of starting to threaten a breakout of the downtrend, which hasn't quite happened. But like I said, it's threatening to break. Same for EOS ETH here, which has held our break of the downtrend and kind of reset here on the 12-hour, or excuse me, on the 3-hour, giving us this very interesting looking bullish divergence. See, our oscillator makes a lower low with price making a higher low. That's bullish. What's next?
Right, O-Beam, thank you for your EOS request. Hey, that covers it. Let's go ahead and get into this next one for Blackbird 987 on D-Live. Wants to look at NEO.
Neo.
I mean, it's right at the resistance level I had marked out. It's given us an exit signal. I'm not particularly interested in it. Like a lot of other alts, I do see more volume up here that if the entire market moves up, we could push into. But there's just nothing really special looking about NEO here. We're probably going to get a pullback on it with everything else. For right now, if I were you, I would just keep an eye on the uptrend, and if the uptrend really broke, then I would look to get out of my position. But it hasn't really broken yet, has it? What's next?
All right. Well, if Alex was the Oracle and Jason was Morpheus, would that make me Neo, or am I just Keanu from? Yeah.
You're Tank.
I'm Keanu from Bill and Ted.
Okay. Even better. Even better. All right.
If you're Keanu from Bill and Ted, then what number am I thinking of?
7.
The answer is 69, dude.
You're a pervert.
All right.
You guys haven't even seen the movie. You disgust me. You disgust me for using a Bill and Ted reference and not knowing every line from the movie.
Oh,
in this area, this is exactly, this is resistance. This is an area of resistance that we have marked out. We've already pushed up something like 60-75% just from the breakout, let alone from the lows. We're 3x off, back towards $48 and $50, and I'd be a buyer in that area again. If you look at this on the weekly, this is an incredibly strong chart, but maybe not the next couple of days. I need this. Hello.
You're here. What's up?
Yep.
You're still here, Alex? You're all good?
All right. Okay, so as you can see, last week we closed this on Sunday. We had the breakout. We got follow through through the breakout into resistance. I would look for some sort of pullback into these areas. I'm not sure where, and that's where I would be a buyer. I think the higher time frames are incredibly bullish here. What's next?
All right, there was a look at Solana for any word. We've got, yeah, I think the chest should be ready to reopen again in just a minute, guys. Get ready. I will be opening the chest up properly this time. In the meantime, I'm going to introduce the next request, and then I'll proceed to opening the chest after this one. BT Jack on Twitch writes, can we get a Cardano USDT on the board? Yes, it's certainly up. Let's Cardano USD look.
Well, just like yesterday, breaking the downtrend, breaking the uptrend right at resistance. I don't want it. What's next?
All right, well, that was straight to the point. Following up, of course, on your analysis from yesterday. That's a look at Cardano for GT Jack. In the meantime, guys, I'm going to be opening the chest in just a second. That means any moment now, you look at your screen, you're going to see that prompt. Are you ready? Here it's going to go. Been adequately warned. Live distribution coming your way now. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the next request. What do we have next on the board? All right, something to do. Okay, I might skip this one because the user never responded back to me to clarify which Unity they were looking at. 12 seconds to go. Get your rewards, guys. Get them. While there's still time. All right, so I'm going to skip this Unity request. Dear user Lagster of the YouTube chat, when you asked about the Unity protocol, I tried looking it up. There's a few Unities out there. Please do clarify which Unity protocol you want looked at. But in the meantime, I'm going to introduce the next request. It comes from XWindor on YouTube, requesting RSR and Chili's. Let's look at RSR.
RSR in a while.
Boom, 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 boom.
Kind of a nice continuation-y signal here. I think I would be willing to take this for a move towards 5.5 cents. Kind of like the volume right up in here. Yeah. We're just a few days late to take this as a continuation signal. The continuation signal was actually back here. Those are Chili's. Right inside of a resistance and support level. See? Support, 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 support. Breakdown. Resistance. 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 We've got an exit signal. There's just not much I want to do with it here. I think there's a chance that we can push up towards 50 cents. I kind of like the 50 cents point of control-ish area as a place to be retesting. But it could also break down here. So it can go either way. I just don't really see any reason to be looking to take this right now. If you're still in it, I could see just a pullback and continuation. You may not have to dump this just yet, but I don't see any reason to be taking it either. What's next?
All right, guys, we're in the closing minutes, excuse me, of the show, and big congrats to Anyword. He took the top spot in today's lemon giveaway with over 100 lemons. Franklin MC, sorry you didn't get the chest prompt. You know how DLive can go sometimes. The fickle mistress when it comes to the lemons. Go ahead and get into one of the last requests. In fact, since we are in the closing minute, 3 requests left on the board. Alex, it's going to be your pick. I'm going to name all 3 of them. We have Helder Santo requesting Harmony 1 chain. We also have BFlow requesting OXYPERP and OXYPERP for continuation longs. And finally, we have Daniel on YouTube. Can y'all look at Moonlight Token and VET? Those are the remaining requests. Any of those tickle your fancy? Moonlight.
I will look at VET. And what was one of BFlow's?
BFlow had excuse me, BFlow had
OXYPERP.
No, BFlow had OXYPERP and OXYPERP.
For VET, I see us as right at the resistance level that we had been targeting. It doesn't make any sense to enter a new position here. This is when you should be exiting a position or taking profit. Again, I would like to have a pullback towards this part of the structure of price. We were targeting this area on Ethereum and a lot of other alts. I think that makes sense to target here too. That's also roughly like 9 cents, 9.5 cents area. What was B-Flows?
All right, and B-Flow had 2 perps requested, SheepERP and OXYPERP.
We haven't looked at Oxy in a long time.
Give Oxy.
It's just way too late, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you should be looking for an exit some point soon. We're basically vertical. So that's generally when you should be taking profits. I don't have a good idea of where to target here. Sorry, man. All right. That means we're done.
Indeed, we are done, guys. Let's go ahead and wind the show down here, guys. Another hour and a half, another Tuesday installment in the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update series is in the bag. On a request fielded today. Thank you to Alex for holding those down. Thank you to everybody who came through with the request today. Let me just get a couple other things adjusted on screen here. I'm going to move forward the outro. Let's go ahead and do it. We put this up. All right, guys, as always, know where to find us. We do have some premium content for your consideration. Premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Going to get access to all of our trading materials there, education materials, I should say, proprietary TradingView indicator suite, access to our members lounge. Man, so much goodness available for any aspiring trader at premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Lots of education material for you to peruse and step your trading game up with in our premium content. So I will mention Discord, discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Get your very own invite link to our Discord, home of, I think, one of the best trading-focused community in all of Discord land. I do check that out. I do see a couple new people through here, so it's always nice to have them come through Discord as well. Finally, did you miss any part of the show? Do you want to review any of the tokens we looked at today? We did have a fair number of requests. It was a great analysis, as always. You can check out the timestamps in the YouTube description below. We are going to update maybe like an hour after the show winds down. Crypto Bull says he's running a little late today, so stand by for the timestamps down below, as well as the news items are going to have their links, the show notes down below. All right, not a whole lot more to add. Let's see here. Is there any comments I have to quickly mention? David Rice, thank you for the awesome show. Cavano Trades, thanks guys. Ron Legato, thank you. Taz Blitz, thanks guys. Ask about my wiener also says thank you. GT Jack, thank you. Man, a lot of thank yous today. I appreciate you guys so much. EDD63 says see you Thursday. That's right, guys. I do have plans to take tomorrow off, so tomorrow's show may not be here, but we do have a community mentorship session coming to you at the usual time tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll still be here and I'll still be doing that with you guys. So don't worry, members. Community mentorship session is on as per usual. We're closing in on choosing the book for our next book club. I do believe that everybody really wants to do a trading psychology related book. Risk management was a close second, but what can I say? Trading psychology went out. So there's been a lot of discussion about trading in the zone. We may do that one. I also have my eyes out for any other trading psychology books. So if you guys have some favorites you want to suggest, go ahead and pop that into the group mentorship session room in the private Discord server. Okay, guys?
Excellent. All right, guys.
Come into my trading room is a good one.
Come into my trading room? Okay.
I like that. All right. Well, guys, that's it for today. Thank you again. And we'll see you likely Thursday. If my plans change, if I get rained out for tomorrow, I might be in after all. I just checked the weather. A little dicey. But we shall see. We shall see. Keep you posted. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow.
See y'all use tomorrow's. Goodbye.